Alright, let me see. Okay, let me get back to the story. The article, A Mirror for Artists. Um, I'll try to fix it up. Okay, under ideal circumstances, education can probably accomplish a great deal. And under the worst handicaps, it produces intangible results in which we can well afford to rejoice. However, again, we encounter the old difficulty. Education can do compar- comparatively little to aid in the cause of the arts as long as it must turn out graduates into an industrialized society which demands specialties in vocational, technical, and scientific subjects. The humanities, which could reasonably be expected to foster the arts, have fought a losing battle since the issue between vocational and liberal education was raised in the 19th century, or have kept their place by intimidating the techniques of their rivals so that one studies of biology of languages, the chemistry of drama, the evolution of the novel, and the geographical strata or fossil form of literature and the fine arts. That is, they abdicate that they abdicate from function by which they were formerly available to affect the tone of society. So far as they still maintain this function, they still face a dilemma. Either they will appear as decorative and to uh, useless to a rising generation of who that poetry sells no bonds and music manages no factories, and hence will be taken under duress or enjoyed by a pleasant commission to the softer and or feverless, frivolous, frivolous side of life, or the more successful they indoctrinate the student with their values, the more unhappy they will make for him. For he will be spoiled for industrial tasks, but being rendered insufficient, he will not fit in. The more refined and intelligent he becomes, the more surely will he see in the material world a lack of image of nobility and beauty that the humanities include 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 in him. Include include it, Kate. Include Kate in him. Uh, Southern accent. Oh, reading these words. Okay, the product of the humanic education is an industrial age is most likely to be an erotic no exotic okay is an exotic unrelated creature, a disillusionist, or a Dali Dal dilettante. I have no idea what that word is. Dilettante is French. So and sometimes with this accent, French words get Okay. Lastly, there is the almost overwhelming difficulty of communicating the humanities at all under systems of education, gigantic in their scope, that have become committed to industrial methods of administration. The entire repulsive fabric of standard credit union units, scientific uh, pedagogy over organization. Yeah, kind of really is. Because I, the art degree I got is in humanities, and yeah, I'm kind of am living in an industrial world that it's got to be product. Because yeah, pretty much is. Okay, let me get back. Okay, the sign of these difficulties is found in the great confusion and argument that exists today in the education professional itself. Yeah, that's 1930. And, well, I've been a sub for 8 years, so. And been, uh, try to get a school teacher, but it didn't work out. So, okay, let me get back. Oh, sorry, rabbit trail going. Uh, I smelt something, or I did like the cartoon goes squirrel. Maybe I'll start doing that. Okay. On the whole, on the whole, though we may allow that some institutions, notably some colleges and universities, are oases hospitable to the arts, oases that might become centers of leadership. The educational situations offers more cause of encouragement, discouragement than hope. As to art museums and other philanthropic schemes for promoting art, I do not speak against them in any denunciatory sense. Yet one cannot help but fear that they, too, only serve to emphasize the discrepancy between life and our art. Alone they hardly supply the impulse which a thousand other influences are negating and destroying. It is futile. Now I got the Star Trek in my head. It is futile to imagine that the arts will penetrate our life in exact proportion to the number of art galleries, orchestras, and libraries that philanthropy may endow. Oh, big words. Southern accent. Do not go good together. Okay. Rather, it is possible that a multiplication of art galleries, to take an separate example, is a mark of a decrease, not a healthy civilization. If painting and sculptures are made for the purpose of being viewed in the carefully studied surroundings of an art gallery, they have certainly lost their intimate connection with life. What is a picture for? If not to put on one's own wall, but the principle of the art gallery requires me to think that the picture has more occult quality in itself, and if it's itself that can only be appreciated on a quiet, anonymous wall, utterly removed from the tumults of my private affairs. Okay. Some of that just went a little bit above my head. But it's interesting. Oh well, I've been, like I said in a few past, I've been with just people no harder than I, no intellect. I mean, sorry. Okay, let me get back. Okay. The art gallery or art museum theory of art, to which philanthropists and promoters would persuade us to view art as a luxury quite beyond the reach of ordinary people. Yeah, it really does, because the art pieces that I can do can be put in art museums and galleries, but still being in rural Arkansas and unfound. It, yeah. Okay, let me digress. Its attempt to glorify the arts by setting them aside in spectacular consecrated consecrated shrines consecrated shrines can hardly supply more than a superficial guiding to a natural culture if the private direction of that culture is ugly and materialistic. Keith Sterling would say animalistic. Yeah, about that time in the 1930s. Yeah, some of it was. Oh, that's the starting of Cubism and modern. Yeah, but oh yeah, let me go back. Uh, it was talking about um a group of people and that. Well, you got to think, during the Depression they did have that. They called it the POW. Was it a POW? Uh, Performing arts something. It was a bunch of art people got together, and they would have communities and they would produce a lot of art. That was who was all in there that I can remember. I know O'Keeffe was in some of it. Um, in Picasso, but Picasso, he was in Europe. If I remember most of my stuff, and then I think Frida was in there, and I think yeah, Frida was big about that time too. And surrealism was getting very big in the 30s. Besides the cubism that was doing the surrealism. Okay, I digress. Um, okay, I'm gonna stop right here before I go on with this uh, article, which looks like it's a big article. A mirror for artists, and he's trying to convince you. Whoa, it is big. I'm still looking at the pages. Okay. Oh, I got 30 more pages to go. Whew, looks like 30 more pages to go. Okay, well, my name is Loretta Nash. You are listening to the Loretta Nash Show, or Lore's blog. I am reading out of I Will Take My Stand by 12 Southerners. and I'll be back in just a bit.